How'd that get all whacked? Alright. What's up, guys? This is PURPLEXEDQT. Of course, Fluffer starts the second I start. Shh. Welcome to my channel. And I'm a little tired tonight. Stop! Let him lay down there, pain in the ass. And I have two dogs that like to fight. But my name is PURPLEXEDQT. I can't even say my own damn name right. Fluffer! Why does it bother you? And just to put a disclaimer on my video, I may mess up a word. I may say a name wrong. I may screw up something. So, and so that's my disclaimer. Hey Marley, hey Janelle, hey Aries, hey Ted, hey Capone, hey Red Dragon, hey Tara, hey Harry, hey Brady, hey Val, hey Rosebush, hey Sarah, hey Bonnie, hey Marty, what's up Nadia, Tawanda, Kelly, Ninny in the house. I think I got everyone. Alright. So let me say what's going on first. Anything to do with Ben or anything else, hold that till the next live. Hey Susan, I'm gonna go live on the other channel because J Max got a bunch of things to say. So this isn't gonna be a long live because there's really not a lot of stuff to talk about. It's really short. But I haven't heard anybody think the same way as I do. No, I haven't seen your message, Amelia. If it's an email, I haven't checked them. Hey, Hound. Hey, Janine. Okay. So let's... Alright, let me back up for a second. Harry, do you always talk to yourself? Robbie, I would love to make out with you. A video and email. No, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't checked email. Oh, you made another video? If she made another video, I'm going to check it out right now. Did you make another video? Ooh, she did. Woohoo! I need you guys to do me a favor, though, so I know I'm not crazy. Do you guys see subs next to under my name? Like where they would normally see subs? Hey, Janine. Because on mine, it's like blank. It's like I have no subs. So I don't know if it's a glitch because I got to restart my computer or what. But it was kind of weird. There's a glitch time. Okay. Oh, I got to hear this. All right. Hold on. I got to mute so you guys don't hear it before I do. Hold on. Alright, I gotta let you guys hear this and see this. It says no subscribers. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the hell? Alright, so we're gonna open this up with Amelia's new premiere. This is Amelia's new premiere. She's mean to us, though. She calls us the Shady Bunch. Meanie. Alright, so check this out. It's 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Then we'll get right into Making a Murderer. But I don't want to watch this whole thing in dead silence without you guys. So I want you guys to watch it, too. So hang on. Wait, Amelia's Southern Fried Sweetness. No. I know, because it's the same name. Alright. You ready?
Oh my God. I swore I would never do drama again. I hate when people lie because they're upset.
It's none of your business.
I had to hear your ridiculous mouth going again.
I'm never giving an apology for anything. I've been dragged for months. I've been lied about. I've been talked about behind my back and didn't even know it.
I don't want to sound like a bitch, but I just don't get it.
I said, honey, I don't hate you. I love you to death. But you've got to back off.
She is the worst mother. He told her preteen or teenager to go fix their own damn sandwich.
2 crowns done today. I know you're in a lot more painful than yesterday.
I'm in a lot of pain because they had to remove part of my gum and the tooth decay was deep.
So it's going to be painful for a couple days.
And I'm in a lot of pain now.
Oh, there was elbow.
Boy. Keep talking and talking and talking and don't want to say shit. I knew it was going to be a shit show. I keep my mouth shut.
It's funny to hurt people. I'm immature. I'm an asshole.
I could care less.
I know that you wear an adult diaper.
That's bullshit.
You're a ballsy little fucker, man.
Start that shit, I'm out of here. Bye.
Dr. Toof and Tracy, I needed to be standing near the bathroom because I was going to wet.
Kind of freaking out over this morning.
It was freaking funny.
Fuck that. That's not fair.
Because one of those little trolls are watching you. This is funny as shit. Amelia Earhart.
Cunt.
Oh, I like her. I like her.
What can you do? Get up out of your chair and change your Depends? What can you do? So don't sit and threaten me about what you can fucking do because you can't do a fucking thing to me.
You know how ridiculous you sound right now? This is crazy. This is toxic.
What do you fucking want from me? Yeah, but, I might be disrespectful to women that are coming at me and I holler back at them. I might have a low IQ.
I'm going to fight you if you don't stop.
Oh, you're kind of cute. I like your voice.
That is a premiere. Cindy Braid. Yeah, who was Cindy Braid? I couldn't tell the voice. That's the one voice, like, it sounded like a little kid. Whose voice was Cindy? It was too low. Oh, my daughter. Let me hear that again. Hold on.
I might have a low IQ. What do you fucking want from me? Yeah, but, I might be disrespectful to women that... What do you fucking want from me? Can't do a fucking thing to me.
You know how ridiculous you sound right now? This is crazy. This is toxic.
What do you fucking want from me? Yeah, but, I might be disrespectful to women that are coming at me and I holler back at them. I might have a low IQ.
I'm going to fight you if you don't stop.
Oh, you're kind of cute. I like your voice.
I couldn't tell Sage right away. Because I'm hard of hearing and it was really far. So that's going to spawn 12 videos. How I could not recognize my own child's voice. But she probably wouldn't even recognize it was her own voice. No, that was awesome. Alright, let me get this rolling. Alright, so let's get into Making a Murder. And that was when she was talking about her brother's girlfriend. Oh. Shows you how much I listen. No. It was very cute. Okay. Thank God it's a parody and not really truly Sage O'Brien. I know, right? Alright, so look. Making a Murderer. I heard it. I read it. I know all about it. But I am so surprised that nobody is thinking the way I am. Like, really thinking the way I am. So, if you're not familiar with it, Making a Murderer is how I made my channel. It's how I built this channel. Hey, Ben, it's how I built this channel. It is the reason I started a YouTube channel was because I became obsessed with Making a Murderer. I didn't like what people were saying. Therefore, I didn't like any of the creators that were doing stuff at the time. So I was like one of the second creators to start making videos about Making a Murderer. And I did. Lo and behold, today there is news that an inmate in prison in Wisconsin law enforcement had confessed to being the one that actually killed Teresa Halbach. If you're absolutely not familiar with the case, Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey are away for the last 11 years due to being falsely accused of a crime. It's gone all the way up to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court denied them, and here we are today. Now, supposedly, this guy confessed, and supposedly they haven't confirmed the legitimacy of the confession, but seeing as it was given by a notable convicted murderer in Wisconsin, they kind of, you know, this wasn't like some armed robbery guy who's decided, hey, I'm going to confess. He is a convicted murderer. He's very known. It may even fit his MO, and he did confess. Now, here's my thing. And they're not saying who actually confessed, but what they are saying that it did not come from Avery Dassey. So here's my thing. Why would somebody confess to this murder? Let's see if anyone's thinking the same way I am. Why do you think somebody would confess to this murder? Now. Not like a year ago, but like now. Think about it. Especially my old time Making a Murderers. Think about it. Why would he all of a sudden confess now? Publicity is one. Cat's kind of money. What money, though? Gets time off their sentence, plea bargain, fame. Everyone keeps saying fame, money. What kind of money? Zellner just fucking put an offer for $100,000. She just did it. $100,000 for anyone that can tell me who actually killed Stephen Avery. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Max Cobra's here. Think about it. She just fucking put this out there that some guy, some random guy, is going to give $100,000 for anyone that will lead them to the murderer of Stephen Avery. I mean, the murderer of Teresa Halbach. Lo and behold, just a short time later, now what? Now you have well, it wasn't KZ's money, it was somebody else's money. Capone, don't be too nice. He's always over in the drama. Kissing ass, actually. So, there's a main reason why this guy all of a sudden confessed. He probably called his wife, kid, whoever it is, and said, we can make $100,000 if you confess to the crime. You're already guilty. You're already spending life in prison. So let us get $100,000. $100,000 for someone that's poor. $100,000 for somebody that really doesn't have money. And it's a convicted murderer. I'd like to give my kids $100,000. If the only way that's going to happen is if I'm dead. So being that this guy is going to spend the rest of his life in jail, fuck it, why not confess? What has he got to lose? What the fuck does he care if he's spending his life in... He's already in jail. Like, what the fuck does he care if Stephen Avery walks? It's no skin off his back. But now you put in $100,000, and now he's got good fucking reason to, hey, I'm in for life anyway, so who gives a shit? You know, I'd rather have my family get $100,000. That tip could have fucking brought him to his family. His family could have said, fuck it, let's do it. I totally think this is like a conspiracy. Now, I'm not saying that he's not guilty. I'm not saying that Stephen Avery is guilty. But I'm saying that if you're going to do, and this is just my opinion, but if you're already doing life, you might as well give your family $100,000. Fuck it, why not? So that's what I think is going on here. Can I prove it? No. But that's what I think is going on here. $100,000 for someone that's poor is a hell of a lot of money. That's true. Everyone does find Jesus. Harry, you gotta be in it to win it. That's true. But you guys see what I'm saying? Like, how come nobody's talking about that? I don't get why all these people are, like, all these articles, nobody's discussing it. Which I don't even see how they're not discussing it. That, to me, is the main reason why this guy fucking confessed. I mean, I know that Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey are not the killers. So could this guy possibly be the killer? He could. I'm not saying no. Hey, Kim, he definitely could. But I'm not buying it. If the secret inmate's confession is found reliable, it could spark, not even definitely, it could spark the freedom for both Dassey and Avery. Now, much of America joined forces to support exoneration for the uncle and nephew pair after Making a Murder premiere. The documentary looks into the lives of Dassey and Avery's families while diving deep into forensic evidence that could point to a third-party killer. Convicting a Murderer is the one that's coming out looking at the other side. They actually contacted me, but I haven't heard from them again. So I guess they didn't want me. Oh well. Yeah, this article says Kathleen Zellner explains $100,000 reward in Stephen Avery case. Duh. And then all of a sudden you have a confession. I mean, to me, it's not rocket science. I knew a guy did 18 years and found Jesus the whole way through. The first thing he did when he got out was go to a strip club. Jesus liked naked women. Okay. So the Newsweek article, though, is coming from the producers who didn't want me of Convicting a Murderer. And, you know, now all of a sudden they're saying that it's possible it can go to a third party. I wish we could all have a Making a Murderer viewing party. Can you? I did one, Brady, for Making a Murderer 2. Some people didn't have Netflix. And Making a Murderer Uncensored, some people didn't have Netflix, so I did a watch party for it. There were like 30 of us. You just missed out, Brady. Son of Sam Law has nothing to do with... it only has to do with the prisoner. Has nothing to do with... No, Son of Sam Law, you can't make money off your own crime. Doesn't mean you can't make money off somebody else's crime. Like, you can write a book about somebody else's crime in prison. You just can't make money from your own crime. Brady, did I tell you they contacted me? They were looking for truthers. And they were having a really hard time finding them. And the guy found me. We had a long conversation, and he didn't pick me. Oh, well. I showed everyone. I was like, check this out. I was like, they contacted me to be in the movie. But guess they didn't like me. It would be his crime, though. Well, that's true, too. Yeah, but he's not... Okay. But it's a good point. But if he's not making money... Nah, I don't know, actually. That's a good point. Well, you may have thrown my theory out the window. 0% what? I don't know, but I don't know if the Son of Sam laws applies to something like that. Like writing a book on all this drama going on in YouTube. LOL. I read a book. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure. Interesting. Wisconsin's so fucked up as it is anyway. See, Ben says he's got 308 subscribers. Why is mine showing none? So weird. I got no subs. Yeah, I'm showing no subs. Someone probably gave them info that the confessor was involved, then they brought him in. I don't know. But that's why I was looking up, see if Son of Sam has... Oh, it looks like it's only New York that has it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Most states have it. Okay, Wisconsin. Awards for the victims of. Payment to or established of escrow accounts. Every person or other legal entity contracting with any person or the representative or assignee of any person accused or convicted of a serious crime in the state with respect to the reenactment of the serious crime by a movie, book, magazine, article, tape recording, pornographic record, radio, TV presentation, or live entertainment of any kind, or from the expression of the accused or convicted person's thoughts, feelings, opinions, emotions regarding the serious crime, shall submit a copy of the contract to the department and pay over to the department any monies which would otherwise, by terms of the contract, be owing to the person, so the accused or convicted or his or her representatives. That does not include if somebody personally offers to give them money. The department shall deposit the money in interest-bearing escrow account for the payment of money judgments to any victim or the legal representative of any victim. So yeah, it doesn't say anything. Oh, you see the subs now? It doesn't say anything about if somebody offered to give you $100,000. So I think the guy, I don't think it's going to fall under Son of Sam law because it's not a movie, it's not anything. Now, what a lot of people don't know, Brendan doesn't own his rights. Netflix owns Brendan. A lot of people don't know that. I learned that last year. Brendan's story, the Brendan everything is owned by Netflix. They sold Brendan. His wonderful mom sold Brendan for $5,000. And Netflix owns every aspect of Brendan Dassey. Do I have Facebook? Yeah, I have Facebook. I have a lot of Facebook. Have my name. I have groups. It is sick, right? But yeah, he was sold for $5,000. I'm dead serious. And it may not even been $5,000. It may have been like $4,000. But it was under $5,000 that Netflix owns Brendan. Any profit on Netflix is a better mother. That's true too, Jay. Exactly. Thanks, Barb. Isn't that sick though? Yeah, they sold him away for $5,000. So now anything that Brendan does, any movie that's made, any money that's made is owned by him. You think a child is priceless? Absolutely, Katie. Totally agree with that. It's sick. It's absolutely sick. Edna Arthur, what's your Facebook name? If you just go to PURPLEXEDQT on Facebook, you'll see my page. Send me an email. But yeah, so that's what's up with that. I don't know about Steven. I don't know if Steven was sold, but I do know for a fact Brendan was sold. Okay, so now let's take a step forward. If it's real, then what? What if it is real? You think they're just going to let him out and get lawsuit up their ass? No. Oh, they both were, Zuli? I didn't know if Steven was. I knew what you meant, Susie. I don't know if Steven was. I didn't know Steven was. I knew Brendan was. I didn't know Steven was. So Steven was sold for $5,000 too. That's insane. MAM never gets old. This case is hands down so interesting. If you say so, Brady. What's up, Suzanne? Oh, Suzanne. Oh, no. She spelled it S-U-S. Hey, Gray. Netflix. Netflix owns Brendan Dassey and Stephen Avery. I got a donation from a Suzanne the other day, and I don't know who Suzanne is. It was a pretty big donation, so I wanted to, like, thank her. But I'm not sure who it is. Yeah, their story, everything. Every future earnings that they make, I know for Brendan, they gave it away to Netflix. Netflix owns everything of Brendan. Brendan can never make a dime on anything with his case. No, it's not Buka. Can never make a dime with anything on his case because he's owned by Netflix. No, you're not, Twanda. So the big news is somebody confessed in prison. They're saying that somebody, an inmate who's a well-known murderer in Wisconsin, confessed to the crime. But I'm not buying it You can write any name when it comes to PayPal, so Suzanne is not the real name. It might be. But, hey, Kay, but Zellner just put it out there that there's a $100,000 reward. So I think that this guy just confessed because there's a $100,000 reward on the table. And he's already serving life in prison, so fuck it, why not? That's my opinion. Hey, Galway girl. I do, I really believe that. Did he give any details that only the killer would know? See, that's what we don't have yet. Nothing has been legitimized. Is that the right word? I don't know. Nothing has been confirmed to be legit yet. Let me see if any other article pulls up anything different. All right. Okay. So the reason why convicting a murderer is involved, because they seem to have reported the confession. So it's the director of the upcoming true crime series Convicting a Murderer, an unaffiliated follow-up to the cult Netflix show. Hey, we're in a cult, guys. Told Newsweek the inmate confessed to murdering Halbach during a taped interview, which is now reportedly in the hands of Wisconsin authorities. We haven't confirmed the legitimacy of the confession, director Sean Rex said. The prisoner handed them a note. No, it said tape confession. I know, right? There's that cult word again. See, but here's the thing, though. I know personally, because I went back and forth with him, the producers of this show believe that Avery's guilty. They're dead set on Avery's guilty. So I don't know if they're trying to stir up hype. But being that I know for a fact that they believe he's guilty, kind of makes me wonder if it really is legit. Because there's no reason for these guys, knowing that I know they think they're guilty. I thought we were already in it. We are already in a cult. Now we got a different cult. It is too many twists. But it's definitely pretty interesting. I'm looking at a headline. It says, school bus driver busted after student calls 911 to report her driving drunk. That's always nice on your kid's school bus. You know, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write to the guy that wrote me about getting on the show, and I'm going to see if he'll tell me anything. I mean, I doubt he will, but it can't hurt to try. Sensible crime has sacrificed a goat? All right. Naked. You were naked or the goat was naked? So I don't know, like, has Zellner come out with anything today? Could it be a publicity stunt? It could be. You never know. Alright, let's see what Reddit says. See, Reddit said that they think it's a publicity stunt. Someone else said, doubt it's a publicity stunt. If it is, it's completely irresponsible. Oh, KZ received a handwritten confession. KZ is Catherine Zellner, if you don't know. Bye, Nikki. The article is very telling. I'm not sure if filmmaker can maintain with a straight face. MAM misled us. Ooh, that's a good point, too. Here's another good point somebody says. Somebody says it could be a Catherine Zellner-led effort, or it could be a Ken Kratz-led effort to make the whole Truther movement look silly. No, KK, not Kathleen Zellner. But that wouldn't make the Truther movement look silly. By putting a really ridiculous confession out there, might be hoping the public views everything KZ files as a conspiracy theory. But it wouldn't do that. Everyone thinks it's a publicity stunt. See, here's like where dumb people are. They're saying like not KK. Yeah, Ken Kratz could be behind this. But Ken Kratz wouldn't be behind saying that, hi Laura, just want you to know that I'm disappointed, but I understand. What? Disappointed about what? Ow. Trying to get a scrunchie out of my hair. Plus, you have to have arrest and conviction before rewards are paid. Well, yeah, but, I mean, how hard can it be? You know, it's like it's jail. Who knows? Maybe Stephen Avery said, hey, if you confess to this, I'll give you tons of money when I get out. KZ may have hit some brick walls and needs help. I don't know. I lost all faith in KZ. I'm not going to lie. I really, truly did. KK saying another person killed TH. Wouldn't that be... So that's what I'm saying. That I don't buy. I don't believe that at all. Too convenient, too strategically vague. If you're alerting the press, either have no comment or give us a full picture. Don't drop a bunch of breadcrumbs, leaving a trail that leads to a surprise. Docuseries that nobody will touch. If the confession exists, it's some slime trying to ride the coattails and making a murderer to infamy. Otherwise, it's totally a shitbag PR stunt by an established documentarian trying to salvage 20 months of production after being rejected by every network in existence. Nobody wants this new docuseries convicting a murderer in which all the shitbags responsible for the dirty investigation and planted fabrication evidence are given a voice after claims of being misled by the original series. What type's crime channel is this? I'm out. Bye. Don't let door hit you in the ass on the way out. I meant, do you know if they found who? You know, they found a 5-year-old girl from New Jersey. No. How would any prisoner get that close to KZ to hand her anything? Well, what I have for that, what I'm guessing is that they had this guy go to KZ, or KZ played them the tape. I'm sorry, the producers played KZ the tape confession, and once they got the tape confession, then they went ahead and handed a note to KZ. That's what I'm guessing. Or KZ went to go see the guy. Who knows? The mother in a car with an 8-year-old relative? Oh, I think I remember that. Did they find her dead or alive? Because it would definitely make KT public, and it would be looked at as a confession. I don't know. I'm just saying that it's possible. I mean, anything is possible with this case. You just never know anymore. There's so many twists and turns with this case, you just don't know anymore. It's like, fuck. Username checks out. See, everyone, what I don't agree with though is everyone keeps saying it's like the state. It's not the state. The state wouldn't do that. Which case, hounds? Oh, the Jersey case? You never watched Making a Murder Hound? You silly boy. Throwing out the idea, but really don't understand a lot of the legal sides of all this. What don't you understand, Edna? I mean, I know there's a lot to understand about the case. It's so complicated inside and out. Hey, Wits. I know, right? I thought everyone's watched MAM. But yeah, that's all the news there is. There's not much to it. That's all I got for you guys. I just love your name. Oh, Amelia. Yeah, everyone sub to Amelia Airhead. City police, after Avery sued them after being falsely convicted, serving 18 years. The problem at this point is they're shooting fish in a barrel and they keep coming up empty everywhere. Who does? Who keeps coming up empty, Ray? Defense or prosecutors? Prosecutors. Yeah, I agree, Irene. Let's hope it is real. I don't think it's just Wisconsin. I think a lot of states are fucked up. We don't know that, K-Cove. They haven't said yet. And that's why a lot of people saying it's a publicity stunt. Because they haven't said what it was. They haven't said who it was. They just said it was a known... They didn't even say which Wisconsin prison it was. They just said that it was a confession from a known murderer. Right here, my stomach. Hey, Pumpkin. Oh my goodness, what? You want a name? Yeah, no, there hasn't been any, that we still don't know what he said, who it was, what prison it came from. No, that was my stomach. If it's even related to KZ, I mean, if it's even related to Avery's prison, we have no idea. See, last night on Aphrodite, the tarot card reader, he said innocent, and then his video was erased. I don't watch that person. Cold hard knowing they have, because they don't think they have two innocent people. You know, you have to remember, not everyone on the side is corrupt. There was like only like 3 or 4 people that were truly corrupt. The rest of the people, had no idea what was going on. And I really believe that. I don't believe that it was everybody. I think it was just a small percentage. You did, Pumpkin. Hey, Mandy. Now what happens with Stephen Avery? Nothing yet. We don't know yet. We don't know how. We got to find out the legitimacy of the case, of this confession first. Because it really could be a publicity stunt. I don't know why Zellner didn't release this before these guys. Why are these guys releasing it before Zellner? She fucking tweets everything. There's like nothing she doesn't release. So why wouldn't she release this? You know what I mean? Ah, shit. It's alright, Fluffer. Defense and I want Avery to be innocent, but everywhere it just seems to be a dead end. Whoever the new suspect is doing for money. That's what I said. That's exactly what I opened with, Ray. I totally agree with that. The people that released it, hey Jamie, the people that released it are the filmmakers for convicting a murderer. So I'm assuming that they went to jails and speaking to people. I don't know why, but maybe they were looking for content. Then said we were making a movie. Would you like to be in a movie? I mean, all that's possible. But they supposedly turned over this confession, and whether it went anywhere or not, they went public with it and went to the news. Nadia, he got $400,000 because he was already rearrested and he had to. If it's true, I'm going to owe you a "you were right, Laura," because I think he's guilty and always have. I don't know, Pumpkin. Ben, I do know this MAM stuff. Yeah, Cinnamon, I have no idea who that is. Now they're showing. Oh, my numbers? It was so weird. I was like, hey, it says I have no subscribers. If Brendan is ever exonerated, then Netflix still owes him. No, Brendan owes Netflix. Any stuff that Brendan could try to sell his story on, whether he gets out or not, Netflix owns. Netflix owns Brendan. What does this mean to the Avery family? Nothing yet. We still have to get legitimacy first. Once we get legitimacy, then it might go somewhere. When you do Crime Live. Thank you, Supercell. But I know this case like no other. I mean, you couldn't hit me with a question about this case that I don't know. So does anyone have any questions about this case? I am all business when it comes to my crime, hon. Especially if I know the case, though. It has to be if I know the case. You got a question, Samara? What's your question? Oh, Pumpkin, that's silly. That's really silly. You shouldn't base it on pictures that he drew in prison. Everyone has fantasies in prison. I mean, he's been locked up half his life. Can you imagine what as a guy, your sex drive? Think about it. He's doing life without parole. Now, Brendan supposedly is getting paroled when he's like 49 or something. But, I mean, his life's going to be gone. What happens with the money owed to Steven? There is no money owed to Steven. Steven got his money. He settled for $400,000. Do they have to release who confessed? Only if they're going to charge him. If they're not going to charge him, they're not going to release it. We don't know, Cinnamon. Somebody. Whoop. At this point, how long before they just come up with some more evidence? They just randomly find that after 15 years to keep him. I agree. Ray, I'm right there with you. Okay, Kim. I just want to make sure it wasn't me. I'm like, oh my God, that's so freaky. I don't know. Donnie, I'm not sure, honestly. I'm kind of like lost. It was your video and you were showing the pictures and even you said that they were creepy as hell. And yes, they were. Yeah, they were, but I'm just saying that it doesn't make him a murderer. If I could draw, I'd probably draw some really dark, deep shit. Doesn't make me a killer, though. Yeah, I mean, the things that kind of I'm like wondering is, well, I keep dropping my vape, is the fact that why did the convicting a murderer people get it? Why didn't KZ come out with this? Someone stole all your subs, yeah, right? Like, how come KZ didn't come out with this first? Why did these guys report it and not Kathleen Zellner? That's why I'm iffy on it. That's why it just doesn't totally make sense to me. Because it just doesn't seem right. Especially when Zellner releases everything. Like, everything is a fucking tweet. That's why I wonder. But the girls looked all tied up and the blood. What girls tied up? There were no girls tied up. There was no blood. What are you talking about? That much money just dirties up everything. It's sad. How'd you hear it? It's all over the news, Donnie. Son said in an interview with Cave. His sons didn't even know him, Pumpkin. His son's last contact with him was when they were like 3. They know nothing about him. Absolutely nothing about him. They never grew up with him. I don't even think they were 3 when he went away. He was in jail for 18 years. They were 20 a couple of years ago. So yeah, I don't know where information you're getting it from, but yeah, they never said... I mean, Pumpkin, think about it. Anybody's capable of murder. Tawanda's capable of murder. Harry's capable of murder. You're capable of murder. Anybody's capable of murder. Doesn't matter who you are. You're capable of it. And if you don't think you are, well, then have somebody break into your house and stab your wife and you got a gun in hand. You're going to kill them. Anybody's capable of murder. Doesn't matter who it is. Yes, you are, Tawanda. Tawanda, you own a gun. You're capable of murder. How many episodes of Making a Murder? I haven't seen it, but followed the case. I wish we could all watch it together. Your second one is so I couldn't even, I watched it so many fucking times. I can't even tell you how many times I watched the first one. Second one I watched like 3 times, but the first one I watched like 12. But there is no MAM 3 coming out. There's nothing to report. See, Tawanda? That means you're capable of murder. That's my point. The first season has 10 episodes, I believe. I mean, Tawanda, are you capable of slicing someone up and slicing, and raping someone? No, most people aren't. But as far as murder goes, yeah, you're capable of murder just like everybody else. It's still a murder, Tawanda. You're still taking someone's life. But that's what I'm saying, Pumpkin. Anybody's capable of murder. Seen an interview that was a few years ago, and his son said something like they were 9, and when he was in jail, he spanked them for acting up or whatever, and they stopped seeing him after. I don't know when that was, because you can't smack kid in jail now. Right on, your videos on it are great. Ah, thanks, Cinnamon. Manslaughter, oh, hell yeah, but not murder. Doesn't matter. Murder's murder. I'm not talking by the legal sense. I'm talking you could take somebody's life. When does the opposite side of MAM come out, and who's making it? Well, it's called convicting a murderer, and they're the ones that supposedly found this confession or heard this confession. It's supposed to be coming out in March of 2020. But again, this whole thing could be a publicity stunt. Nobody knows if it's real. Cuss word comes up a lot. Just the thing that makes making a murderer so fascinating is that there's no other case in the world like it. No other case did somebody get falsely convicted for 18 years and should have been out 10 years prior or 8 years prior, and doesn't get out because of corruption, and then finally gets out and gets rearrested 2 years later. Never in the history of America has there been a case like Stephen Avery, where somebody may very well be falsely convicted twice and spent half of their life in prison for crimes that they never committed. That's a tough pill to swallow. I trust her. I just don't like her. I used to like her. Stephen Avery looks like a serial killer. Okay, so does Ben. That doesn't make him a serial killer. Sorry, Ben. Harry, you might look like a serial killer. But he's not rightly convicted, Pumpkin. And I'll tell you why he's not rightly convicted. Because let's say even if he did do it, okay, he still didn't get the proper trial. And I go back to the whole reason I started this channel is our justice system is founded on fair trials. And this man did not get a fair trial at all whatsoever. And that's the fucked up part. I agree. Ken Kratz does look like a serial killer. Because he didn't have a choice, Amelia. He had to. He had to take it because he needed real attorneys. Because he knew that if he had a public defender, he was going to get found guilty. So he really thought that with the right attorneys, he wouldn't have to. You were not there. Can you admit that it's possible he did it? Pumpkin, you'll never hear me say that it's not possible that he did it, but he did not get a fair trial. That is fact. Harry, how many teardrops you got? Nini wasn't here earlier. I think she left. I don't think she watches Making a Murder. It's not her thing. All this started, if I'm not mistaken, over Stephen Avery starting an argument or something with one of his cousins, and she told her husband it was a cop. Kind of, yeah. Poor Brenda was insurance, so Stephen was convicted. That's exactly right. That is dead on fact, Denise. Who has the movie rights to this new docu-series? That has no, the guys who were making the movie have it. So you admit he may be a killer and a good suspect too. I don't believe he is the killer. I've done enough on the case that no, I don't think he's the killer. Ben, I forgot you were a guilter. Let's just say there's a reason that you guys are called guilters and we're called truthers. Because the truth is they're innocent. Anyone that believes he's guilty did not read all the documents. And for anyone interested, I had a really, really great interview with 2 forensic guys last year sometime who also believe forensically that they're guilty, but I think I changed their mind. But there's an interview on one of the videos I did. It was an absolutely fantastic interview. And they are 2 well-known forensic guys. Forensic people. I can't think of the right word. And for anyone that's guilty or innocent, it's a great interview. No doubt if you think he's guilty, you need to read up. I agree. Ted Bundy isn't. Ted Bundy's guilty. Thank you, Janelle. Eric Ray Forensics and Glenn Ladenburg discussing MAM. Anyone that wants to watch, it happened to be a great interview. I got to get them back on. Double Loop Podcast. Off topic, just speaking of psycho things, are you going to see Joker in theaters? I can't wait. No, I'll probably watch it illegally at home on a bootleg. A lot of women found Bundy attractive. I don't know why. I think he's ugly. Alright, guys, so I'm going to shut down. I am going to go live because J-Mac, a couple of people wanted to air out some feelings. But I'll see you guys. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some more answers on this. That would be nice if we got some answers. Whoa. If I knock over my damn vape one more time. So, I will see you guys over on the other channel in 30 minutes. Love you guys too. And don't forget, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you guys in 30. Peace.